Good morning. Good morning. This is live Cruise TV number 5. Hey, it's a rhyme. So, live Cruise TV number 5. And today I'm going to talk to you about self-confidence. And I'm not going to talk about the lack of self-confidence. I'm not going to, because I'm a positive person. I've said this before in previous episodes. I don't focus on weaknesses. I don't focus on fears. I focus on strengths, strong points, and I focus on the growth mindset. You can learn. So if there is something holding you back or you don't have done it, I always add one word, yet. You haven't done it yet. You don't master it yet. You haven't experienced it yet. And I think that's one of the biggest insights, that you can learn things. You can master things. You don't have to expect that you can learn it in 1 minute. We did not learn how to ride a bike or a car, or even more difficult, a horse. You cannot ride a horse in 1 minute. If you've taken lessons for 1 year, then it's okay to take you on a simple ride into the forest. But riding a horse takes hours and hours and hours and hours. It takes years. So I work with this book a lot, Think and Grow Rich workbook. It's not instead of reading the book. You should read the whole book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And I picked a few of the examples, the sentences, just to get you started. Because Cruise TV is a daily snippet for you, a daily golden nugget. You can do that every day. So today we are live from Paris, Eiffel Tower. Why Paris? Because building a stupid thing like the Eiffel Tower back in, I think, 1903, or maybe it's even older, it was the craziest idea ever. And the French engineer, I think Gustave Eiffel, I think his first name was Gustave. The guy was called Eiffel. He just engineered and he did it. He built it. And yes, it took a lot of money. And yes, it took a lot of strength and a lot of convincing probably, but he did it. So if you're not self-confident about your own plan, about your own idea, and you don't know if you can do this, yes or no, you wouldn't have started. You wouldn't have talked about your plan. So if you start to think about crazy ideas and plans, you have to talk about it, and you have to surround yourself with the best people possible, the best engineers, the best workers, the skilled ones. My crazy idea is renting a whole cruise ship and taking 1,500 people across the Atlantic Ocean. Not tomorrow. It will take some years before I get there. But it's my plan. I just want to do that. I don't know why. I know why, because I know the magic of the ocean. But if I don't talk about it and it's only this wish and this dream, it will be a dream forever. I talk about it. I go on a cruise transatlantic every year, and every year I want to take more and more people until we can fill that ship with only entrepreneurs. So we don't have to go to casinos, or we don't have to do the bingo, or unless you like it, but we don't have to. We can mastermind, we can work, we can inspire, we can grow as entrepreneurs. And I know on a cruise ship, it's the best. So let me share my screen with you, and let me talk you through a few of the Think and Grow Rich self-confidence formula. This is number 5. People start to ask me, what is your brand about? Freedom entrepreneurs. For me, it is work where, when, and with whom you want. No boss, no time. I can work on any location. For me, that's freedom, and that's being rich as well. We're going to talk about how to build self-confidence and ask higher prices. This photo is for real. It's not Photoshop. It's me in the middle, champagne, in a swimming pool, heated swimming pool in the Swiss Alps, in a 5-star chalet last summer. The women surrounding me can confirm it. It was one of the best experiences in my life. This is what being rich is about. I don't have to own the chalet. I just want to be there. This picture means a lot to me. Like, yeah, being the daughter of a bicycle owner in Holland, to being that woman in the Swiss Alps with champagne, with this gorgeous view, masterminding in the pool. I mean, I've come a long way. So let's talk about the self-confidence formula, and let's talk about a few of the steps. I'll give you a link after my cruise TV is finished. I'll give you a link so that you can watch the whole self-confidence formula, but that took me an hour to explain. So I'll give you a link for a replay of a webinar that I did a few months ago. I haven't even properly introduced myself on cruise TV. My name is Janet Botwin. I'm 53 years old right now. I have 3 children. 2 of them are adults and moved out of the house. Yeah. Until now, I've visited 53 countries and I am a travel addict as well as a workaholic. I love to work. But this is me in San Diego in the harbor. We were having a professional photo shoot, and I love this picture as well because it also represents the long journey that I took to get there. It's not 1 minute. It's not, I know, but if I can do it, you can do it. For real. I wrote 6 books until now, but they're all in Dutch. And my English book is coming. So be patient. It will be there, but it's not there now. But yeah, I'm a published author, and I have 2 bestsellers. 2 of the 6 were bestsellers, and I'm very proud of that. That's okay to say, I think. Self-confidence also is important. If you go to conferences, if you go to meetings, and you finally meet your idols, people like Amy Porterfield, people like Pat Flynn, Mary Smith, John Lee Dumas, John Jensch, Rick Moraty, Sigrun, Michael Stelzner, Maria Husch, people that I admire, people that do stuff that I really like. If I would have been shy and would have been in the back of the room listening to them, I would never have gotten to know them. So I'm always on the first row listening to talks. I'm a first row girl. I like that because if you're on the first row, you connect to the speaker much more and you absorb much more. You're not distracted by everything that's going on in this room. If you're on the first row, it's very easy to ask the speaker after they did the talk, can we get a picture together? And normally they always say, yes, of course we can. So yeah, I'm a total groupie. I want pictures taken like the whole day. I love it. I love to meet the people. But it is this step of, it is stepping up, going to the person and say, can we have a picture together? And by the way, I loved your talk. Or yeah, it takes some self-confidence, but I like it. I do it. I've been on national television quite a lot, talking about my subject, social media, visibility, about Instagram, about the culture of selfies. It also takes self-confidence again. You have to know what you talk about. You have to know your topics. You have to be the expert. And I did it. I like it. I mean, I like to talk. I don't mind being on camera or whatever. So yes, I said yes to the opportunities. So let's talk about self-confidence and asking higher prices because they are connected. The most common blocks in self-confidence are self-worth and not claiming what you are worth, over-delivering, asking low prices, but giving amazing value. It's not good for you, not good for your business. Self-sabotage, all these voices. Am I good enough? Don't they think I'm a fraud? Like all these voices. And self-evaluation, always comparing yourself with others, always thinking you are worse, always these voices. You know them. They will never pay that. Like if you offer something for 50 euros and all of a sudden you go to 1,000 euros, they will never pay that. No, your old clients will not pay that. They are used to the you, to the identity, to you as a person asking 50. And all of a sudden you raise your prices and or you offer something else and it's 1,000. This group will not pay that. So for 1,000 euro or dollar product, you need other clients. There is a client for every price point. I'm not willing to invest my money in, let's say, a Porsche or a Ferrari. I don't care about cars. I mean, I do a little bit, but I'm happy with my Volvo that can pull the trailer with 2 horses. I'm really happy with that. But I'm not going to spend money on another car or more cars. I don't value that. But there are people buying Ferraris and Maseratis and Porsches. There is a client for every price point. Also for the things that you offer. The other voice, I can't do that. Who am I to do that? Yeah, it's a good question. It keeps you critical upon yourself, but it has to be balanced. If you have been trained, if other people say that you are the expert or that you really, really help them, please acknowledge that and step up as the expert. And then the third one, there are so many better coaches, trainers, other people. And guess what? There's always someone better. And there's always someone worse than you. Who cares? You are the right person to offer your product to the right client. One of the examples I always use, I'm a horse girl. I have my own horse, but I never, ever compare myself to one of our Dutch famous horse riders. She won the world championships and the Olympics, etc. She's like the best. I will not go to her coach to get training because I'm not that talented. No, I just like to ride in the forests, and I just like to have fun with my horse. And I have an Icelandic horse, so her coach would probably not even understand my horse. But regardless of that, there are always people with more talent. There are always people aiming for more success or the bigger numbers or whatever. Who cares? I don't care. Just do your thing. Just do it and make sure that you attract the client that is ready for your level, for your expertise, for your knowledge, and for the steps you have taken. A good coach is always a few steps ahead of you, not miles, but a few steps. It has to be relatable. So meet the granddaughter of the owner of a local bicycle shop. This is me in the 70s. I'm that old. I grew up in a rural area in the Netherlands, far away from the big cities like Amsterdam and Rotterdam, like far away. I never would have thought that I would travel to, let's say, San Diego for a conference, that I would fly to America to the US for a conference of 3 days. It's a crazy idea. I couldn't get my head around that idea back then. But now I travel to the US, to the UK. I go on my annual cruise to the Caribbean, my favorite part in the world. I have a different identity now. So the being that I am right now is different from the girl that I was back then. That's called life. It's called life experiences. It's called taking risks. And it is building self-confidence. It's taking steps every time, every day, like speaking on stages, speaking on big stages. I think my biggest was 2000. Just do it. Show up and deliver. And if you show up and deliver, your self-confidence grows. So don't listen to the voices that you can't do it. So about being confident, I never gave it a serious thought. I just did. Of course, I think about, is it good enough? Is it what they want? So I listen to the client and I deliver. And I think my biggest self-confidence growth was as a speaker. Of course, I got professional training, how to be a professional speaker, how to be on stage, how to make sure people interact with you. Of course, it's not that you wake up and then you can do it. No, take professional guidance, take a coach, go to a good training. Don't only go to free trainings. Pay for your development, because if you pay, you are more committed. And if you pay more, you are even more committed. Absolutely. So one of the aspects of the self-confidence formula: life will not change overnight. Use this auto-suggestion, you get that, to build your self-confidence and your success. So it's from this book. Show it again. Think and Grow Rich workbook. This is the auto-suggestion. I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definitive purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action toward its attainment, and I here and now promise to render to such action. I love this language. It's a bit old-fashioned. I know, it's literally from this book. If I would say it in like simple European English, I'm a non-native speaker. I commit to my goals. I commit to my dreams, and I show self-integrity. So if I say something, I do something. I take myself serious. The second part, behavior follows thought. Direct your thinking to the person you want to become. Who are you as a successful entrepreneur? Who are you as a speaker? Who are you as? What's your being? Auto-suggestion number 2. I realized the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. It's all about stepping into a new identity. And maybe I say it very easily. It's a process. It's recognizing your thoughts and then thinking at the same time they are not true. Your thoughts are not true. No matter what you think, they are not true. It's only a thought. So if you think something that is not helpful, it's destructive, think something else. That's the simple explanation. I'm not going to read all this, but the subconscious mind, it doesn't make a distinction between constructive and destructive thoughts. So if you think positive things, if you give yourself compliments, and if you acknowledge your fears and your the comfort zone that you're leaving, but you're still happy and proud, then you make progress. If you keep on having destructive thoughts like, I can do it, they will not listen to me, all these voices, I can guarantee you they will not listen to you. You're not going to do it. Yeah, sometimes it is simple. It's called the power of your thought. Riches begin in the form of thought. I mean, the book is Think and Grow Rich. The amount is limited only by the person in whose mind the thought is put into motion. Faith removes limitation. And faith, not in a religious way, but believing in yourself. Remember this when you're ready to bargain with life for whatever it is that you ask. In fact, I should be silent for a whole minute. So for the next 10 days, if you watch it now live, I will have a full webinar available for you. It's available until the 27th of September, 8 o'clock Central European time. But it's a full replay of a webinar I did back in May about the self-confidence formula from this book. It's more. So if you like more of this stuff, you can ask for it for free. I'll put the link also in the comments of the video or in the text above the video. So you only have to click and you don't have to write this down. But there is a full replay. It's only available until the 27th of September 2019. I don't know when you watch this. 2019. And I wish you a lot of self-confidence. I wish you to be self-confident, not to be arrogant or not to know, but trust yourself, believe in yourself, and make sure that you build your own dreams, that your dreams come into action. This was Cruise TV number 5. I hope you liked it, and please ask for the replay and please ask questions. I will get back to them. Yeah, and I wish you a great day. Live from Paris with sincere greetings from Mr. Eiffel. Bye-bye.